Hi everybody, this is Osprey. Welcome to checking out our chat there. Yeah, that was a glimpse of the call today here on the cryptocurrency Bitcoin. As you can see here at right about what time was that? That was I think it was 10:55 or so today. It broke above that green line there, and that's the 50-day simple moving average. You know, it was it's 6,784. We put out alerts in the chat that it was breaking that 50-day simple moving average, and then it ended up exploding higher. As you can see here, the move once it got above that green line there, that was the signal that it wanted to break out higher, and so that was a really strong move today for Bitcoin. That got the cryptocurrency blockchain stocks moving, and so yeah, if you check it out, the whole sector was running. Every single stock in this video is a cryptocurrency related or blockchain related stock, so it's in that group. And so that they've been a lot of them had been dormant for a while, and they're finally starting to heat up. Some are breaking out, and so I'll go over the charts here. First, for Bitcoin, the big thing is going to be this gold line now. That's the 100-day simple moving average. That's lining up here with this high close. Oh wow, there goes all my stuff. Yeah, I was trying to just give you a clean chart here, but yeah, it's gonna be all about coming back up to this red line here, 77.15. That's the high close resistance level, and just below that is the 100-day simple moving average at 76.07. So 76.07 and 7715 are going to be the two big levels above. If it can clear both of those levels, that would be super bullish, and then you could see Bitcoin try to make a run up to this red and blue line, which is the 200 and 300-day simple moving averages. I mean, it's going to be a tough one. This was the big resistance level. Right now, that move above the green line, that 50-day simple moving average, is signaling more upside potential. It had been down here hitting the 6,600 to 6,700 resistance zone, and for it to finally break out above was the signal that we had been looking for that move higher, signaling that Bitcoin can possibly move higher. Everything seems to be lining up right now for Bitcoin, so keep an eye on it. We're going to see if it can keep this run going. As you can see here, big volume came in. This was the largest volume day in several weeks, largest volume day in July. And so, yeah, we're going to see if it'll push higher. If you look at GBTC here, this is an over-the-counter stock. It mimics Bitcoin's movement. And so instead of buying the currency, you could buy this equity and get a similar move with whatever direction Bitcoin's heading in. And so if Bitcoin's heading up, GBTC is supposed to head up as well. Right now, it is hitting the 50-day simple moving average. It got above the blue line. I had posted alerts in our chat yesterday that it had gotten above the middle Bollinger Band, and so we were looking for that level to hold. So congrats to everybody that caught that alert yesterday. Now there was big follow through today, and so now the big level to hold is going to be this blue line, the 300-day simple moving average at 1131. If it can stay above that, then the level to break is this green line, the 50-day simple moving average at 1163. Bust through that, and you're looking at a possible run up to $13 to test that 100-day simple moving average. As you can see here, the candle's trying to bust through this upper Bollinger Band. The upper Bollinger Band is hooking up. It's all set up to head higher. It just has to stay above 1130 and break through 1160. Okay, take a look at Overstock. Overstock is the it's kind of the big board leader for Bitcoin related stocks. It has the largest market cap of the Bitcoin related stocks, and it made an incredible move today. The share price was up 10%. The call options were going through the roof. They were up multiple hundreds of percent. I think some might have been over 1,000%. Yeah, they were going nuts today, and so this has been on a big multi-day run. This was the fourth day of the run, and what happened is it came up here and it filled the gap. There's a gap over here in March between high of day, or low of day on this candle and high of day on this candle, and you can see here there was multiple attempts the last few months to try to come up here and fill the gap, and they kept failing until today. And so now the big level to that breaks this red line. That's the top of the gap resistance level. If it can break through that level and bust through 44, then the 200-day simple moving average up here at 48 will be the next target. Now, if it stalls out here, keep in mind, the top of a gap is always a tough resistance level to break. You could see the share price pull back and test this gold line. That's the 100-day simple moving average. As long as it stays above 40, 43, that should signal that it wants to keep this uptrend going and keep pushing higher. Look at all these candles. Ever since this candle right here, this white candle closed above the pink line, every single close has been above that level. That's signal just to keep riding. This is a multi-week run. As long as EMA4 at 40.25 support keeps holding, the signal is this uptrend is still intact with more upside potential. Once there's a close below, that'll signal the chart's cooling down. Okay, take a look at Riot. This was one of the big winners today for the crypto stocks. Closed up nearly 37% today. Once again, call options were going nuts. It is back above 50 on RSI. You've got a nice pinch over here on plus DI. You know, it needs to cross over that black line. And so this was a big bounce down here. You can see a big white candle form. It closed above EMAs 4, 8, and 13. Check out how EMA 4 is starting to bull cross EMA 8. That's an early reversal signal. It closed above the middle Bollinger Band. That's that dotted purple line. Also the 20-day simple moving average. If it can stay above $6, that should signal upside potential. If it drops below 6, that would be a red flag and would signal downside risk. The next target is this 100-day simple moving average at $7, or 50-day simple moving average. If it can bust above that, just above is the 100-day simple moving average at 746. These are the two big levels to break above. If it stalls out at either one of these levels, it could take a breather. Okay, take a look at Riot here on the 15-minute chart, and you can see the parabolic move. This all correlated right here with Bitcoin breaking out. When Bitcoin broke out, all of a sudden all the Bitcoin stocks became in play, and they started breaking out as well. It was pretty cool to see. It happened all the way across the board. And so what you really want to see now is this support level over here, this prior support level before the big drop on July 5th. You want to see it stay above that level, and notice how that lines up perfectly with $6. So it's all about staying above 6. If it can hold 6 tomorrow, that's going to signal it wants to push higher. The downside risk is if it drops below 6, it could come down here to this 300 simple moving average at 531. It needs to stay above this blue line to keep this bullish move going. Okay, take a look at SRAX, another big winner today, another crypto stock that's moving higher. It is a little frothy here on RSI at 73 and Fasto at 99. You know, it just needs to stay above you know, the 70 and 80 level for these indicators in order to keep pushing higher. It is on a multi-day run, so you have to be on the lookout for it taking a pause. And notice this big bull cross here on ADX, the green line crossing the black line, plus DI above ADX. Today there was a bullish close above high close horizontal resistance. That was the closing price here on the 20th. And so that close above resistance is signaling more upside potential. Notice how that was the you know, the key level to break. Now this $6 zone from back here in January is going to be the level. You know, you've got this $6 to $6.25 zone. That's where these candles were all at in January. And if it can get above the second red line, that's the highest close for 2018. A close above that level would put 675 and then 775 on deck. That's these two high closes here. You could see here it broke above this descending resistance line. It had this falling wedge kind of pattern, and the breakout above right here, that was signaling more upside potential. It's currently trading above all of the moving averages. It's riding EMA 4 support higher. The one red flag that I see here is it pushed above that upper Bollinger Band, and sometimes when that happens, they take a breather. We'll have to see. It could keep pushing higher. It did close at high of day, so there was no upper wick on today's candle. That's extreme bullishness. That's a full Marubozu candle. And then, yeah, if you can see down here, there's MACD bull crosses on both time frames. And so when that MACD line, the black line, crosses over that purple line, that's a signal of the possible start of a new uptrend. The same thing with this PSAR bull flip. The green dots flip below the candles. Okay, so let's look at GROW, another crypto stock heating up here, closed up 15%. Now this has RSI at 59, so it has room to run until overbought levels. It closed here at high of day, you know, creating a 100 close on Fasto, so that's extreme bullishness. You know, it's temporarily overbought there with that move. You have a bullish crossover on ADX, and so today that close, above that upper Bollinger Band, that is signaling that it wants to bust through, but it is hitting this 50-day simple moving average, the green line there. If it can get above 211, look for a run up to that 100 and 300-day simple moving averages that are converged here at 250. Now, if it fails to break that 211, it could come back down here and test that middle Bollinger Band at 176. As long as that level holds, the uptrend should continue. Right now, it's all about getting above the green line and turning it into support. If you look back here in April, it got above the green line, failed to hold, and this big downtrend followed. So it'll be a bullish change in trend once GROW tunes that level into support. Check out the big volume spike today. Huge volume behind the move. Many times volume will precede price. So we'll see if that it happens again today. Okay, or happens again with GROW. If that big volume is telling us that there's going to be more upside coming. Okay, let's look at NETE here. Closed up nearly 10%. So this chart's heating up as well. If you look here, it's breaking above this descending resistance line. It had this symmetrical triangle type of pattern. It's breaking out. It's trying to get a move going up here above this upper Bollinger Band as well. It tends to stall out when it gets to this upper Bollinger Band. So we're going to see if it can bust through like it did back here in March and make a bullish move higher. It's going to be all about this 875 resistance zone, this high close in June. If it can get above this red line, it could work its way up to this high close in April, which is right around 860 or so, 870. If it stalls out here, what you want to see now is you just want to see it stay above this EMA4 at 795. As long as it keeps holding that level, this new uptrend should continue. Okay, a drop below would signal consolidation. Okay, let's look at MARA. Closed up nearly 24% today. So yeah, this chart is really heating up as well. It had a nice close above the green line. It closed above that 50-day simple moving average. Yesterday, that close above the middle Bollinger Band at 99 cents did signal the possible start of a new uptrend. That was the bull signal. It was the signal that this could get moving higher. It's nice, they don't always follow through. It was good that it followed through today. Now it needs to stay above that green line and then break above the gold line. 141 is the next key level to break. If it fails to break that level, you could see this 120 level tested. If it drops below the 50-day simple moving average at 120, that would be a red flag. It could drop back down to $1. It tried to stay above that level back here in April, but it failed and the downtrend continued. Maybe this will be the charm. Maybe it'll get above. If it gets above that 100-day simple moving average, that would be a bullish change in trend. Once again, look, there's big volume behind the move. We just have to see if this is going to keep these stocks moving higher, or if they're going to sell off. I think if Bitcoin holds up, it's going to be good for these crypto stocks. Let's look at DPW here. Closed up 15%. Now it's in the bull zone here on RSI at 59. You've got Fasto back above 80. Last time it got above 80, that signaled the temporary top. That time it was all the way up at the 200-day simple moving average. Now it's right here just above the middle Bollinger Band. It closed right at that level yesterday at 55, and then now today it closed above. If it can stay above this 55 level, that should signal it wants to head higher. It needs to break the green line. It failed to get above that level back in April. If it were to close above that 50-day simple moving average at 65, that would be a bullish change in trend. If it can get through this high close resistance level, look for a possible run up to that 100-day simple moving average at 88. It does look like there is an unfilled gap up here, so you would look for a potential run to that 100-day simple moving average and gap fill up around 86 cents. Once again, big volume behind the move. Okay, take a look at some of these over-the-counter stocks to keep an eye on. Here's Long Blockchain. Used to be a big board stock, not much volume, only 94,000 shares. Keep an eye on it. It could heat up. It has had volume in the past. If it gets above 42 cents, that's the green line here, that 50-day simple moving average, that should be the signal it wants to head higher. It traded above that level temporarily today and pulled back. So keep an eye on it. Above 42 would be bullish. Take a look at BTSC here. This stock is heating up as well. It closed right above the 50-day, or right at the 50-day simple moving average at 0.077, and it hit the 100-day simple moving average at 8.2. So if it can get above the gold line, if you see it trading above 8.2, that'd be really bullish, and it could run up to this 10 to 12 cent level, the 300 and 200-day simple moving averages. The chart is heating up. It has kind of a, it's got this sideways channel thing going on right here, and so you know, it has to break out of the top of the channel to head higher. And so today it got above the first key level, which was the closing price here on the second trading day in June or July, and then now it needs to get above this candle here. And so you notice how that's lined up with that 100-day simple moving average. You know, if it busts through 8.5, that would be really bullish, and it should make a move up to 10. So we'll keep an eye on that. If it fails to get above 7.7, then it's not ready to go. Take a look at BTCS. All right, so this chart's heating up as well. It got back above that 50-day simple moving average for the first time since back here in May. Keep an eye on it for a move above 7.3. If it gets above 7.3, that's when it can really get running and possibly make a move up to that 200 and 300-day simple moving averages. That's what it did last time it got above that level back in April. You know, it made a nice run up to there. So we'll be looking for history to repeat if this move for the crypto sector is for real. Now, if it pulls back below the 50-day simple moving average at 6.85, that'll signal it's not ready to go. Another crypto stock to watch is GAHC. It closed above the middle Bollinger Band today, so it's above 0.055. This is a double O play, trading below a penny. So this is for the hardcore OTC traders. You know, if it gets up here to this 50-day simple moving average at 8.3, that's going to be the big level to break. You know, if it got above that 50-day simple moving average, it could possibly run back up to penny land. So keep an eye on GHC. This is the best it's looked, you know, since before it dropped in May, and really, you know, it was making the bullish move back here in April, and that's when, you know, after this huge drop from, you know, way up here at 18.5 all the way down to 4 cents where it's held support, it looks like it could be setting up for a bullish move higher. And so yeah, another one to look at is this oh no, wait, okay, the last one to look at here is LFIN, and so this is another notorious stock, LFIN. Yeah, just keep an eye on it. You know how this goes if you're a penny stock trader. You know, this stock has had some crazy runs in the past, and so yeah, if the sector's running, more than likely they're going to try to run this thing too at some point. And so it's all about staying above the middle Bollinger Band at 943. If it gets above that level and then breaks the 50-day simple moving average at 12.78, they could try to run this thing again. So keep an eye on it. They love to run the stock. So yeah, whoever makes this thing happen, you never know. They could turn the ATM on again. As you can see here, you know, it's had some big volume in the past, and you've got this giant volume bar down here. So yeah, we'll just see what happens. All right, so keep an eye on the cryptocurrency sector, the crypto stocks. We have Bitcoin here making a really bullish multi-day run. If it can get above that 50-day simple moving average, or stay above the 50-day simple moving average and get above that 100-day simple moving average, that should be the signal that it really wants to break out higher. Yeah, you can see how this is just a huge move for, this is a chart that I've been working on. And then, yeah, if you look here at the descending resistance and then ascending support, you can see here it's you know, it's still, I wish I could make this easier to view, but you can see here it's in this pattern where it has like this descending, it's like a falling wedge type of pattern. You know, it's got descending resistance and descending support, and then now it's clearly back in this channel, and so the top of the channel is 8269, and so that is where it should head if it breaks above that 100-day simple moving average. Look for that you know, basically 8300 level. You know, so if it gets above this 100-day simple moving average at 7600, look for a run up to 8300. Okay, thanks for doing this video. If you'd like to learn more about charts and technical analysis, please come check out the chat. All right, thank you. And yeah, I'll give you a free trial, so come on in. Just like let me welcome you. Might take a minute. You know, you can always send me a message through on any of the chats. Yeah, and I'll